Retail football. Pick your team number 42, $4. Good luck. So, I'll tell the story. I've been full of stories today. I think that's what happens when I actually get like enough sleep. So another story time. So Kragos. So this weekend was a very random weekend for me. Like it was the most random weekend I've had in forever. And I had a lot of fun doing it. If you guys know me outside of the workplace, for the most part, you guys know I live a pretty simple life. I cook, I clean, I hang out with my dogs, I browse the internet, I like to do a little bit of shopping or things like that for snowboarding and vice versa. Hi, Sam. So I don't do a lot. I don't really go to bars, I don't do clubs, I don't do any of it. Unless you guys all invite me out and there's gonna be a million of us. Yeah, we browse. Yeah, you know, I go check on snowboard equipment. I go to Amazon. I go to Walmart. I look at random things. I go to Costco.com. I love going to Costco and SamsClub.com and looking at like cheap T-shirts or stuff like that. Like I've learned to shop at Costco and Sam's Club so much. They absolutely have my business, 100%. But anyway. By the way, Rainier, I was up when you texted me, okay? I was awake already. But, yo, what up, Heels? What up? So, it was Friday. Okay, it was Friday. It was Friday. And I was on stream, as a matter of fact, and Lee Sue from baseball, Lee Sue, she normally buys into Bowman if you guys don't hang out on baseball. She randomly hits me up. And I've never hung out with Lee Sue before or nothing like that. Ever. But she hits me up and she's like, Hammer, are you hungry? I'm going to be at the Cal. I got food vouchers. You want to come eat? And I was like, number one, I was like, you ain't never going to ask me. You're not going to tempt me for a good time with free food. Bet. So I told Mrs. Hammer, I was like, hey, Lee Sue wants to go eat. Let's go to the Cal. So after I got off stream on Friday, like that, I ended up going to the Cal. And, you know, she used her food vouchers like that. And I ate food, and it was great. She's a great person. Loved her. We got to go to, she ended up wanting to go play a little bit of craps, so I didn't want to leave her alone. So I went to go play a little bit of craps with her. I had $500 in my wallet, and the only reason I had money in my wallet is because a certain shipping / customer service / operations manager with the last name of Dillman, first name's not going to be mentioned. He used my MGM account, so he gave me money to use my MGM account. I was like, okay, cool. So we played a little bit of craps. I found out how aggressive of a gambler she is. Made like $400, so I had like 900, so I was all happy. Well, the next day, Red and Gold hit me up because Red and Gold was also in Vegas. So I was like, where are you guys at? He's like, oh, I'm over here at the M. I'm like, perfect, I'll come see you guys too. So it's come Saturday, I go visit Red and Gold. After we're done watching March Madness, we're watching the St. John's and Arkansas game. Yeah. Sam, I sent it to grading already. Sammy. I don't know why the recap wasn't in it though, but it's with grading already. The blue Zion, yes. Player break number 5 or 6. I think it was number 5 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, my bad. Luca did go to grading as well. Yes, Burrow. So, after I met Red and Gold, Mrs. Hammer wanted to go walk around the casino. I was like, okay. She's like, oh, I kind of want to play a little bit. I was like, I made $400. I was like, I didn't want to really play slots. I was like, okay, I'll play with you. My wife wants to play, why not? So, we started playing a little bit of slots. A couple bonuses. like that. But ultimately, I lost the 900. So I'm down 500, right? So I was like, all right, fine. I'll go take out 800 from my account. I don't want to play too much. No worries, Sam. No worries. And then so I pull out 800 bucks from my account, and I'm like, okay, that's all we're gonna play. So we start playing more slots. I hit the hand pay for 1,200. So I was like, oh, almost right back to even. I was like, let me go try play a little bit more. I ended up losing like another 500, call it. So I had like 1,000 left on me, and I was like, okay. I was like, I got 1,000 on me. I was like, I'm down 300 technically. Down 300 from the original 500 I had. So I was like, you know what? I haven't played blackjack in forever. I'm gonna go play some blackjack. So I go to the high limits room because I knew the M has $50 blackjack. And trust me, I don't play $50 blackjack. But I said, I got 1,000 bucks on me. I said, I'm gonna go play some fucking blackjack. And I don't want to play on a quarter table with people around me. So I was like, I'll play 50 bucks. Fuck it. I have good experience at the M. So I buy him for 1,000 bucks. And for the record, everybody that knows me out there, who remembers when I tell you guys that I'm a different person gambling on a blackjack table? Who remembers me saying that? Please tell me somebody remembers me saying that. I like playing one-on-one versus the dealer. I don't really like to be distracted because I'm very, very concentrated. One of the few things I actually like really, really concentrate on in my life. Because I like to win, obviously. I play to win. So I get really serious. So I buy into this blackjack table, Kragos, and it's $50 minimum. It's a 6-deck shoe which surrender because the double deck had one person on it. And I didn't want to play with only one person. I didn't want to play with someone else. So I jumped on a 6-deck, which I don't ever do, by the way. I don't ever do it. Never. I cut the deck and everything, and we start. First few hands, I kept crushing it already. You know, I make it, you know, I got a 5, deuce 3. I got a 5. I hit, I get a 6. I hit again, I get a 9. Boom, dealer 19. Boom, I got a 16. Dealer showing king. Dealer flips over a 5. Dealer breaks with a 7. Like, okay. Shit was going my way, which is great. I think I worked my stacks up. Couple of bets were like $150 bets. Which again, it's out of my character, but when I'm hot, you gotta press. You have to. So I think I was roughly at about, call it 1,800. So I'm right at about, call it even, maybe I'm up a couple $100. Couple $100 from the day. Because remember, I was invested $1,700 for the day. 900 and 800. I'm looking down at the cards. I'm kind of keeping count in the back of my head, but, you know, I'm looking down at the cards kind of like this. Somebody comes on the side of me, hey, mind if I jump in with you? I was like, yeah, I like to play by myself. I'm looking down at the cards, still looking. My hand finishes, I win the hand, and it was like a $200 hand, call it. I look up, it was fucking red and gold blooded. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm so sorry, bro. I didn't realize because I had left. I was hanging out with them, and I left because Mrs. Hammer wanted to go play a little bit of slots. And then I went to the high limit room. I didn't realize red and gold was still there. I look up, I felt so guilty. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, red and gold. I didn't know it was you. Then he sees me counting my chips. And he's like, don't count when you're up. Bro, Ray, I shrugged him off so hard, Ray. I felt so bad. And Mrs. Hammer knew. She knew it from the tone of my voice that I don't pay attention to nothing else. I'm really, believe it or not, I'm hyper-focused. She's like, you don't talk like that to people I know. And I'm like, I know. So I looked up, I felt so guilty. And the good thing was I had told Red and Gold I'm a different person when I'm on a blackjack table. So he kind of already knew. I just felt like a dick. I was like, oh shit. But here's the fun part about it. So he sees me counting my chips. He's like, what are you doing counting? He's like, you're already up. Stop counting. And I'm like, you sound like Jags right now. And he's like, yep. And I'm like, okay. And it was that little bit of encouragement. Dude, it was that little bit of encouragement from Red and Gold telling me that. And I was like, all right, let's fucking go. Like, he got me, like, even more in the zone. So now, I'm getting cocky with Red and Gold in front of me. And I'm like, you know, I'm over there and I'm like, let me use some of these black chips. In front of Red and Gold, $200. Boom. Next hand, I get 6-6. I get 6-6 versus a 5. I'm like, let's fucking go. Split that shit. I'm splitting 6s versus a 5, which you're supposed to do, yes. $200 hand. Right, again, Red and Gold right in front of me. Split the 6s. First, I get a 16. Stand. Next one, I think I got either a 3 or a 4. Double. $600 hand right there. Dealer, picture. Bus. Yes, sir. It's like, there you go. And he got me all hyped. I walked off the table with $3,000 and change. Obviously, I tipped the dealer a couple $100 easy. I was already betting for her in all of those scenarios. And then Red and Gold buys in after I'm done with the one shoe. One shoe, call it 10 minutes, 12 minutes, call it. You know, Red and Gold buys in for $500. He walks away with like $1,800. And honestly, I'm pretty sure Red and Gold had like $2,500 at one point. But he started going and I left the table, so I was watching him now. Because I was good. I was happy with my win. I didn't want to bet anymore. So, Red and Gold, if you're listening, you the man, dude. Myers, because he did it with $500. He did it with 500. I did it with 1,000. Checkerboard for the Jaguars, Jimmy Smith. But it was a good time. Kool-Aid. And I you know what, Krogos, I know what you mean, Krogos, by the fun part of it. It's just I get more upset with depending on someone's personality when I'm playing with them. I get more upset. Like if they're quiet. Oh, so freaking close. Tucci! It's Troy Franklin on the green ice. That was super freaking close. I was happy to take away a win. Right. Like, a majority of the time when you're playing a $50 table, you're not going to play with people that don't know the game. You know, when you're playing a quarter table, maybe, but like once you get to the $50 tables, you're not going to play with people that don't know, you know. But I would get upset like if somebody sat down with me and, you know, let's say they're standoffish. Let's just say that they don't really talk too much. And like, you know, let's say they start getting mad. Let's say they don't talk. They're just straight faced like me. And let's say they lose like 5 hands in a row. And then they start whacking the table and they're like, fuck. It rubs off on me and I get mad. I'm like, dude. You know, like it bothers me. It does. And I lose my enjoyment. I do. So that's why I prefer to play by myself a lot of times. Now, obviously, if you came down and I knew you were like, Laporta. Like, if I knew Red and Gold was there with me, I would have wanted him to play with me. But to be honest with you, it probably worked out for both me and Red and Gold that he didn't play with me and that I didn't play with him because me and him crushed him. So, as far as I'm concerned, we did good. Max Melton. Neighbors, green ice. For the G-Men, JT. Jaden Hicks. That's the kind of stuff, Clint, I like. I don't know how to do those kinds of parlays confidently. And again, that's what I was just telling Erie and Dillman. Like, of course, I could pick, you know, I could go on any hockey game, football game, basketball game. I'm sure I could pick any random 8 teams. You know, I could just pick a random 8 teams and have a $10 parlay that pays, you know, 10 grand. The problem is to do it confidently. I don't know how to do it.
You want to do 2-teamers? You want to do 3-teamers?
3-teamers.
How much do you want to spend?
I gotta look at my wallet real quick. 200. Well, do I have to spend 200 on 3-teamers?
No, I'm saying like you can do $50, you can do $20. Like I do $50. I typically do $50 3-teamers. But then how many of them do you want to do?
I would probably do
the better.
I would probably do like 10 to 20 bucks, roughly, like per ticket, and I'd be comfortable doing like 5 tickets for like $100 total, or like 8 tickets for like 160, 140, whatever it is.
Yeah, you probably won't do closer to 20 because you probably won't hit 4 figures on. I mean, you can hit 3-teamers for a 4-figure. Actually, no. I have a $15 ticket that pays $1,000.
Yeah, like no, I mean like with 20 bucks, I hit 500, 800. I'm happy, but I want to find those ones where I'm like, okay, this thing's gonna pay you 1,000 to 1,
I can give you a list of guys for today.
wait, no, I gotta go to the bank first. I literally have. I gave all my money to Dillman, and Dillman paid me cash. I was like, here you go. But yeah, but like, you know, to confidently do that, Clint. Because I could pick any 8 teams, any NFL, NBA, whatever. I could pick a random 8. But to pick 8 teams confidently, or 5 teams confidently, that might be underdogs and vice versa, and feel good about it, that I have a hard time. I don't know if that's a mental barrier or not, but that's just me. Brad Johnson on the checkerboard. That's just me. Ray Davis. Without feeling like I'm guessing, you know. I think that's more important. Like I have to have. There's a nice Joe out for my Chargers, Ava. I just don't like feeling like I'm guessing. Like, hey, look at this. Like, who's the worst team? Who's the worst team in hockey, for example? I don't know who the worst team is. Call it the Kraken, Seattle maybe. Like I don't wanna bet $1,000 on Seattle Kraken to win the NHL Stanley Cup, because they're not even gonna be playoff bound, you know. DJ James checkerboard. Am I blabbing too much today, guys? I'm sorry if I am. I might be blabbing a lot today. I apologize. Bowers. Khalil Shakur. I think it's just because I'm mentally so rested today that like I can go on and on and on. Ayuk on the green ice. The former Niner. Marlon Humphrey. Nice Drake Maybase. That's cool. There we go, halfway point. Let's see something. Focus back on the NFL breaks. Guys, attack your guys. WNBA, there's another May on the Prismatic. ETN. Khalil Mack. Tavondre, rookie, checkerboard. Jershon. Nick Space. Scary Terry on the checkerboard. Neighbors on the emergent. I don't know where he is, bless him. He's coming, he's coming. Corley. Oh, come on. Foxcom with the Luke McCaffrey. Wow, we had 2 sweats. Washington Green Ice Sweat. And we had the Bo Nix Green Ice Sweat. One of these boxes might honestly have something lurking. Last pack. Good luck. Musgrave. JJ. Are we all in on Team JJ or what? Chop. Silver. Bucky. Drake May. Yeah, Ray, if it's close, yes, we can, Ray. Right after this, I'm putting up the WNBA, Ray, yes. So whichever goes first, we'll go with the flow. I think the 4-boxer was down to like 18 or 16, something like that. And then I have the player break on the screen already. I saw that you took McCain. Cousins. Right before I started this break. Yep. So it's both on the screen. Yes. And Clint, yes. Cosmic Chrome. We got to attack that. I got a few cases of it, Clint. So I'm also going to probably add in a player break soon, too, of Cosmic Chrome. We got a few cases that came in. DJ Moore. And George Kittle is how we ended. That was not the best 4-box Prizm retail, guys. This stuff is usually much better than that. How you doing, Ray? Yeah, Ray, I just wanted to clear out some of these older breaks because this has been sitting in the store for 4 or 5 days. Illusion, same thing. It might be getting close to a week. So I want to make sure that I push some of these breaks for some of the guys that's been waiting. Sorry, bless them on that one. There's your recap, guys. That was the break, everybody. Thank you, guys.